Now, what do you mean by this Diwani rights actually? Now, let me explain in detail. After acquiring the rights to extract revenue from states like Bengal, Bihar, and Orissa, the British started exacting maximum revenues from the peasants, thus making them poor and poorer. These rights were known as Diwani rights, children. So peasants has to borrow money to meet their expenses and to fell into the debt trap of loans actually to satisfy their own. They have to pay the land revenue. So what happened? This act was implemented on the peasants who used to work in the open field in a hot sun to cultivate the crops actually. Okay, so they eventually lost their land also. Slowly in Bengal, Bihar and Orissa, the peasants started to they used to give the land to these money lenders because they didn't pay the money on time. Moreover, lakhs of people starved to death during the terrible famine that Bengal witnessed in 1770 CE. At that time, Governor General Lord Cornwallis, he implemented Permanent Settlement Act of fixed revenue collection on the annual basis, gave rights of revenue collection to landlords. So some of the landlord, they have shake hands with the British people. So what happened? They were getting the benefits. The landlord used to collect huge revenue from these poor peasants. So what happened? They have to face a huge famine. Many people died because of the starvation of the food. So what happened next? So the landlords who became faithful to the British, against this the poor farmers were exploited and became poorer. So what was the result of this? The farmers, they became poorer and poorer. They didn't get the enough money to run their house also. Some of them died. So the condition was becoming very worst because of the British rule and the act which was passed by Governor General Lord Cornwallis, that is Permanent Settlement Act. Moving further, see, this is a picture, impoverished peasants, and this is a picture of Lord Cornwallis. Now, what was the social effects? Okay, in India, Warren Hastings, the person who was given the job of collecting revenue, was known as a collector. He also performed the functions of the judge. The British system of administration destroyed our Asian system of self-rule. In the ancient times, every village was like a small republic. Gram Panchayat handled the administrations of the entire village. These panchayats were like a backbone of the self-rule in our country. These institutions of social self-rule stood their ground even during the times of foreign invasions and the Sultanate period, but were destroyed due to the administrative policy of the British. Yes, children, at that time, Warren Hastings, he came to India and his job was to collect the revenue and he was known as a collector. So he used to function, he also performed the function of a judge. Okay, so at that time, our village was like a small republic. Okay, so at that time we can see that, today also we can see that the Gram Panchayat, they have a good power. At that time also it was said that Gram Panchayat handled the administrations of the entire village. There was no interference of the British rule. But after coming the British rule, these institutions like Gram Panchayat of local self, they understood the power of British, okay, and at the period of Sultan period also, the Gram Panchayat used to handle all the works of the village. but it was destroyed due to the administration policy of the British. Means the British people, they came to India and they implemented many policies, and it was affected for the village people also. The policy of social reforms by the company made people feel insecure and suspicious. They felt that the government was trying to convert them to its Christianity and destroy the Indian culture and religion forever. People believed that the Indian social system was deliberately undermined in the railways and the military. An order was passed in Agra that every Indian had to salute the British. If it was not done, it was considered a crime and was liable for punishment. As a result, there was a widespread sentiment of anger and hatred for the British among the Indians. Children, what happened? As the policies came and it was a huge disturbance in the village people, so village people, they feel an insecure and they had a feeling that these government, that is British government, is trying to convert them into a Christianity, and they want to destroy the culture of India and their religion actually. So what was there? There was some partiality in the railway system also and the military system also. So an order was also passed in Agra that whoever sees the British people, they have to salute. They have to salute. So as a result, what happened? There was lot of sentiments and lot of anger among the Indian people, and they started to revolt against the British people. Now, restrictions of Indian trade and industry. Now, due to these all policies, what happened? There was a huge restrictions in the Indian trade and the industries. Now, moving further, the handlooms of India supplied textile to the markets of Asia and Europe. The traders from the European countries used to come to India to purchase commodity. The Indian made jute, silk, woolen and cotton textiles were in high demand in the European markets. The soft and delicate muslin of Dhaka was world famous. Apart from textile, commodities such as salt, paper, sugar, etc. were exported in exchange of tremendous amount of bullions, gold and silver. Bullions means gold and silver. Now what happened here? As I told you that our commodities was very famous in European market and as well in Asian market also. For that, the traders from the European country used to come to India to purchase these commodities. So there was a huge demand for the silk, wool and cotton textiles were in a high demand. So what happened? You can see that they used to export and exchange these tremendous amount of gold and silver. Means what happened? They used to exchange. It was like a barter system. Okay. So moving further,